Good morning, children. We come to the last stanza now. Some are purple and gold flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway, whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast, and serves her household in fruitful pride, and worships the gods at her husband's side. First line. Gold flecked grey means some gold color sprinkled on grey bangles. Grey color symbolizes maturity, and these bangles, according to the poet, are suitable for women who have journeyed through life, who have played the roles of a daughter, wife, and mother. Whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed. Blessed, blessed. Blessed means blessed. Whose hands have cared for her children, whose love has blessed and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast. Cradle means brought up. A mother who has held her dear children gently and protectively, who has cradled them tenderly in her arms, close to her heart, with love. I repeat, a woman who has cradled her sons, her children, tenderly in her arms, loved them, blessed them, who has cared for them. A mother's love, children, as you all know, is often said to be a representation of God's love, isn't it? So it is pure and faithful love. Then the next line says, and serves her household in fruitful pride. A woman who has looked after her household, beautifully maintained her home, assumed multiple roles in the family, and managed all the household responsibilities. Faithful pride because she has discharged her duties so well. She has done everything that was needed to be done for her family, for her house. It, therefore, fills her with pride. Therefore, the poet says, fruitful pride, and serves her household in fruitful pride. She has been very productive and selfless throughout her life, and worships the gods at her husband's side. A woman who quietly sits beside her husband while worshipping. The poet has drawn a picture of a typical Indian woman confined to the home, a paternalistic and traditional nature of an Indian household. So, to sum up the last stanza, the poet describes the bangles that these bangle sellers have for middle-aged women. He says that these bangles are purple and grey in color, with some gold on them, gold flecked grey. And he says that these bangles are for a woman who has experienced all the aspects of being alive, being a woman, all the aspects of being a woman. The colors purple and grey symbolize maturity. These bangles are suitable for a woman who has journeyed through life, who has spent her entire life looking after the house. A woman who has assumed various roles in the family, sacrificed her personal pleasure and ambitions. A woman who has borne children, reared children, and as I had said before, This stanza depicts an Indian woman's life in a patriarchal and male chauvinistic society, where their role is limited to the household. And this fills the woman with pride and contentment that she has successfully fulfilled and discharged all her duties, that she has served her family, her children, her parents, her husband selflessly. Therefore, according to her, she has lived a fruitful life, and this fills her with pride. So, that was all about the last stanza. We'll discuss the figures of speech and the themes of the poem, and then sum up the poem again. The poem is flooded with extensive imagery, the description of bangles, their colors, the bangle sellers carrying their bangles to the temple fair, and the different stages of a woman's life. All these are examples of imagery. Example: first, bangle sellers are we who bear our shining loads to the temple fair. Second example: silver and blue as the mountain mist on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. Then fields of sunlit corn, marriage fire, and also the last line of the poem, worships the gods at her husband's side. These are just a few examples. You can quote any other if you want. Next, simile, that is a comparison between two things using as or like. Again, there are a lot of comparisons in the poem in almost every line. The poet has compared the colors of bangles to the stages of a woman's life. She describes the colors suitable for young girls, daughters, brides, wives, and middle aged women. The poet has also compared the bangles to the beautiful nature. Example: tinkling, luminous, tender, and clear, like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. Here, the tinkling of the bangles is compared to a young bride's laughter. Second example: some are like fields of sunlit corn. Here, the bangles, the yellow-orange bangles, are being compared to the fields of sunlit corn. Another example is, some are flushed like the buds that dream. The poet says that some bangles are light pink and rosy in color, just like the buds that are about to bloom. Next, we have metaphor, that is implied comparison. For example, maidens being compared to the buds that are about to bloom. Then, rainbow tinted circles of light, again a metaphor. The bright and multicolored round bangles compared to the bright and cheerful lives of happy daughters and happy wives. Next, alliteration, that is the close repetition of consonant sounds. And the examples are, or rich with the hue of her heart's desire, the repetition of the letter H. Then bridal laughter and bridal tear, flame of her marriage fire, and meet for bride on her bridal morn. Then we come to symbolism. The rainbow tinted bangles symbolize the active, bright, and joyful lives of happy daughters and happy wives. Buds and newborn leaves symbolize young girls, maidens yet to experience the world, immature. The yellow and bright flame of fire symbolize a bride's hopes and desires for a new life, and the purple and grey bangles symbolize maturity. Talking about the theme and the central idea of the poem, it is no doubt a celebration of Indian womanhood, the various stages of a woman's life that have been described beautifully in a very unique manner by the poet. The Indian society and the picture of a good, successful Indian woman during the poet's time. When women were glorified for making sacrifices and devoting their lives to their household. The woman's role, as outlined, was to be a good daughter, good wife, and mother. However, if we compare the status of an ancient woman with a modern one, we will notice the massive change. Women now enjoy a higher status and more rights. So the poem beautifully celebrates womanhood, at the same time brings to surface male domination and female subordination that was prevalent in the society. Please learn the poem well, the different stages of a woman's life and the bangles suitable for each stage.